What's up, Metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Today I'm going to be doing my overview of the new Kizer. Well, it's not new. It's been out for a few months now. The Kizer Lieb M. This is a button lock Kizer, or button lock Lieb. The original Lieb was probably that long total open, right? It's a tiny little knife, and it was a liner lock. It was a 3-finger knife, a 5th pocket knife. Great little knife. I had one of those on my channel back when I first started it. And I think it was the first knife I ever gave away in a giveaway, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I like that little knife. And I didn't expect this one to be this big. So this knife is actually Drew from Drewby Tunes knife. We have something worked out. He does stuff for me, stickers and graphic design stuff. And I pay him in knives. So, and he's kind enough to let me check the knife out before I send it to him. So it works out good for everybody involved. All right, let's go over the specs real quick. Overall length of this knife, 7.28 inches. The blade length, 2.99 inches. Blade thickness is 110 thousandths. 154 cm blade steel. They call this a Warncliffe blade. I call that more of a sheep's foot blade. Weight is 3.95 ounces, so it does have a little weight to it for its size. It is left hand, right hand tip-up carry. It is on caged ceramic ball bearings on the pivot, and this thing has excellent action, fantastic action, no button stick at all, which is impressive. Let's do a couple size comparisons real quick. Here is the Spyderco Little Native. This is closer to the size of the original Lieb. That little native may actually be a little longer than the original Lieb. Here's the Kizer Mini Sheepdog. So quite a bit bigger than both of those. Where's that other knife? Here is the O-Knife Heron L1. A giant beast of a knife. Here is the Off-Grid Knives Cayman. We always do a Penguin, QSP Penguin. It's just a hair longer than the Penguin. Here's the Artisan Cutlery Ahab. It's very dirty. We always do a bug out, Benchmade bug out, and we will do a pair of 3 also. The bug out may be 1/8 inch longer, and here's a pair of 3. It's almost identical in length to the Spyderco pair of 3. Very different knife, but lengthwise almost identical. Ergos. Let's talk about the Ergos. Ergos are really good on this knife, actually. I guess jimping, they took about 2/3 out the way the spine of the blade. I don't know why they went that far, because, well, I guess you can choke up a little bit there in the flipper and get out there, but, you know, be careful doing that. Just for push cuts, you'd probably be okay. I guess you could do it for detail cuts, too, if you rest your index finger out there and get out there for that. I do feel this pocket clip right here, but it's flattened out, so it's not pokey. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I can tell it's there, but I don't think it's going to be a hot spot. One thing I do want to point out is there was no Loctite on the pivot, and as I've been fidgeting with this, the pivot is backing out, and it's not my knife, so you know, I didn't put any Loctite on it. Drew may want to take it apart and clean it or something, so I'll let him Loctite it if he wants to, but the pivot backs out pretty frequently, so just know that. That's not a big deal, though. Nothing a little dab of Loctite won't fix. There was 0 button stick on this knife out of the box, and there has been 0 button stick on it the 4 or 5 days I've had it here. I can flip it out lightly, no button stick, or I can really sling it out there. There's 0 button stick. They must be doing something differently. On the blade where the plunge goes down into it, it's kind of like a concaved thing, concave spot. And hear that? It's almost got a detent pop to it. They're doing something differently in this knife than they've done on their, like the Kizer original, I think it was, or even like the Civivi button locks. The Wii Ziphius was really good like this too, but even the Wii Coolix wasn't anywhere near this good. They've definitely been fine-tuning the button lock action, and they've got it down really good with this one. Yeah, I wish it had some thumb studs on it. Almost got room there, but you could have taken that down a little bit more and put some thumb studs on this knife and taken it to the next level, in my opinion. But, you know, the flipper action's fantastic, and you can light switch it, or push button it. They are equally as good. Both very comfortable. There's a little jipping here, but you don't really need it. I mean, it doesn't really provide any traction anyway, but it's so good that you don't need it. It's generally pretty easy to fill a button lock, and I can fill this one also. Well, yeah, I can fill it. But I gotta really try. If I give it any effort at all, that blade just flies out. I keep wanting to hit thumb studs there. But yeah, I like this knife a lot. I would like it more with thumb studs. I do like this burlap micarta a lot too. They did this is excellent micarta. Excellent micarta. Civivi could learn something about burlap micarta from Kizer, because this is not very good at all. This is fantastic burlap micarta. It feels so nice in hand. Yeah, it just gives you grip, but it's soft at the same time. It just feels really nice in hand. I'm a big fan of it. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I will link this knife down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one.